Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel, Styles by Char. If you don't know, lately I've been documenting the past year the growth of my hair as I work to conquer Ccca, central centrifugal cicatricial alopecia. It's a kind of scarring alopecia that starts in the crown area and works its way outwards. I had a mishap about a year ago where I was using liquid minoxidil, and that has an ingredient in it called propylene glycol. Some people are allergic to this ingredient. It helps with the absorption of the liquid minoxidil. Well, it irritated my scalp, caused my hair to dry out and break off, created a lot of itching and flaking. So I had to get on the search for a different form of minoxidil without the propylene glycol in it. I had to start over a year ago and shave my head. I had been making progress up to that point, and the liquid minoxidil was working well for me. But then, all of a sudden, it wasn't. A combination of leaving extensions in too long mixed with a minoxidil formula that I hadn't realized I developed an allergic reaction to caused me to have that major setback and lose all the growth that I had gained in the previous year in 2024. So in February 2025, I shaved my head and started over. Here we are now in March 2026. It's a year later. I've been using the foam form of minoxidil without the propylene glycol in it. It hasn't grown my hair as well, but it hasn't caused the itching, irritation, and hair breakage that the liquid form did. Well, it's time to take out another protective style. I've had these plaits in for about a month. So I've been looking forward to trying a different treatment this year. It's called Kativa Keratin treatment, and it's supposed to help smooth the frizz and make my hair more manageable for about 12 weeks. It relaxes the curls, but it's not a relaxer. Keratin is what your hair is made of. Keratin will coat your hair and make it stronger. Keratin will help you lock in a smoother shape if you blow dry it into your hair and you use a flat iron. So I'm using the keratin treatment today to strengthen my hair, fill in the gaps, and coat the strands. After I took these plaits out, I realized that I was able to cornrow my hair in a circular fashion going across my head. It's a pattern that I don't think I've ever tried before. Maybe it's been years. Somebody has done this pattern on me when I had a weave in the past. I didn't even know that I could cornrow my hair from side to side. So that was an exciting revelation. Here's the Kativa treatment that I am going to be trying today. I took out those plaits that were in for a month as a protective style. I was moisturizing those plaits on a regular basis, at least 2 to 3 times a week. I think I shampooed my hair once during that month while those plaits were in place. And I've been keeping up with my Rogaine foam. So today's the day. It says that the benefits of the straightening treatment are that it straightens the hair with a professional result for up to 12 weeks. It reduces volume and frizz. It restores moisture, strength, shine, and softness. With heat protection and thermal memory, the smoothing is activated by the heat of the dryer. It's recommended for curly, wavy, voluminous, and frizzy hair. My goal with this isn't to run around really showing off straight hair. My goal with this treatment today is just to make my hair more manageable. When I take it down from protective styling, I don't want to have to be fighting tangles as much as I have been. The shrinkage is real, and with the shrinkage comes a lot of tangles, and with detangling can often come a lot of breakage. So I'm trying something different and just loosening the texture of my hair quite a bit this year. I'll probably do this treatment every 6 months. It says that it lasts 12 weeks, but my hair is still going to be in protective styling sessions for the most part. As I said earlier, it's been about a year since I shaved my head, and I haven't trimmed or cut my hair in that year. When I measured last month, I had about 5 inches of growth at the longest point. So I feel like I've probably gained 5.5 to 6 inches this year, which is the normal amount. Now, my hair is growing pretty well, but I'm still definitely having trouble with the crown. The crown is 1 to 2 inches long. So I've actually decided to try a stronger minoxidil formulation. I found a website called ULO. ULO. You will be seeing me soon receiving a formulation with tretinoin, 7% minoxidil. I think it has citrazine and melatonin in it. And all these should help calm inflammation and boost the growth in my crown. And I'm excited because it's a liquid formulation of minoxidil, and that's the formula that really got my crown going a couple of years ago until I developed that allergic reaction to the propylene glycol in the formula. So this liquid minoxidil does not have the propylene glycol in it, so I'm really excited to get started on the liquid formula again. And the 7%, which is 2% more than the 5% I've been using, I'm hoping and crossing my fingers and praying will really help boost my crown growth this year. As you can see, the writing on this box is super small. I had to grab my glasses so that I could read the instructions. The first step is to wash my hair with the shampoo that comes in the Kativa Keratin straightening system. So I'm going to shampoo my hair with the shampoo that they sent. After that, I'll be applying the strengthening cream. They gave me a generously sized 5-ounce bottle, which I really appreciate. So that's what you see me doing now. I've shampooed my hair and I'm sectioning it off so that I can put the straightening cream, the keratin strengthening and smoothing solution, on my strands. Now, as I said, they gave a really generous amount, and in the end I realized I probably didn't need to use the entire bottle. I could have probably gotten away with half the bottle or 3 ounces, because they want you to then comb the solution through your hair and remove the excess before blow drying. So you'll see coming up the struggle I had when I realized that I had way too much product in my hair and that I didn't want it to be dripping all over my clothes and my face when I use my blow dryer with my comb attachment to smooth out my hair and dry this into my hair. But yeah, guys, I've been taking iron supplements off and on. I've been taking my Viviscal off and on. I've been using my red light laser therapy helmet a lot more often, about 4 times a week. Now, I was doing some research on the red light laser therapy helmet, and you can have too much of a good thing. You don't want to overstimulate your scalp and have your hair start shedding. So, in my research, listening to a trichologist on YouTube, I found that I probably shouldn't be using my laser helmet 3 to 5 to 7 times a week for 25 minutes. Sometimes less is more. So I'll be trying to use the laser helmet just twice a week, probably Tuesdays and Thursdays so that I can remember, for 20-minute sessions. The trichologist that I was listening to said 20 minutes max is probably better. So I'm still smoothing the Kativa keratin treatment through my hair. And yes, I'm still considering myself a natural girl. This is technically a chemical process, but as I said, your hair is made of keratin. And what I'm doing is filling in the gaps, strengthening my hair, and coating my hair with more keratin, which is protein. And so the protein treatment is designed to make the strands stronger and reduce breakage, and also reduce friction, because I won't have, all this shrinkage to be trying to rake my fingers through, rake my comb through, and detangle after my protective style sessions. So I'm really doing my best to get everything out of the bottle, not realizing that I had more than enough. So it's going to be, I already shampooed, I'm applying the straightening cream, and then I'll be taking the excess out of my hair and blow drying. Then I will be flat ironing it. Then I'll do step 5. It says rinse with water, wash with the shampoo that they sent again, and then apply the conditioner that they sent in the package. And then after that, after I've washed it all out of my hair, blow drying it one more time. And when I blow dried it, I definitely saw a difference in how fast it took me to get my hair blow dried. When I blow dried my hair the first time after shampooing, it took me about 10 minutes to blow dry my hair. My hair is short. They say that keratin does speed up dry time, and it definitely did, because at the end of this video, when I blow dry my hair after the keratin treatment, I think it takes me about 4 minutes to blow dry my whole head. My hair is about 6 inches long for the longest, so about 4 to 6 inches long. So it's not a really long head of hair or anything, but yeah, I think 4 minutes is pretty good. Here you see me using a washcloth because trying to comb out the excess keratin wasn't working. So I grabbed a couple washcloths and I'm rubbing out excess keratin from my hair the best that I can. Then I'm picking it through again to check how much keratin is left in my hair. And I grabbed one more washcloth to finish getting excess keratin off the hair. And now you see me blow drying the keratin treatment into my hair. So the first time at the beginning of the video, I used the blow dryer on fairly wet hair. My hair was probably 80% wet, which gave my hair some slip and slide and made it easier for the comb attachment on this dryer to go through my hair. It took me about 10 minutes, I think, to blow dry my hair with absolutely nothing in it. Now the keratin treatment's in it, and there's still kind of a lot of product in my hair. It probably took me at least 12 minutes to blow dry the keratin treatment into my hair to where I felt like I had gotten all the moisture out and that my hair was dry. As I'm drying my hair, I don't know if you can see, but there's like steam coming from my hair from the product being heated up. Alright, so I got done blow drying the keratin into my hair. As you can see, I definitely need a color treatment again. Those grays are coming in with a vengeance around the crown. I'm going to do the best I can to manage uneven lengths and short frizzy places and just flat iron this treatment into my hair as best I can. Now, what I did notice on the instructions, there are only instructions on the box. There were no instructions inside. The instructions on the outside of the box didn't say anything about going over each piece 4, 5, 6 times. It didn't mention going over each piece numerous times at all. Here I'm using my smaller flat iron trying to get some of those nape hairs to straighten out and smooth out. So I kind of made up my own rule on how many passes I needed to do to get my hair smooth. I just wanted to do enough passes to where I felt like I had pressed the keratin into my hair well enough and was going to get the smoothing results that I desire. And yes, I am going for like really loose curls or kind of wavy or straight hair. So we'll see what the result is after I shampoo this keratin out of my hair. So I continue to work up my head with the flat iron. I think each piece received anywhere from 3 to 5 passes. I just wanted to make sure that I was doing a good job because I didn't want to spend 3 hours working on my hair and not have the outcome that I desired, which is to be able to get a comb through my hair without snagging curls and breaking hair. We'll see what this year brings as far as this journey goes. I'm really hoping that by February next year my hair is touching my shoulders. Never in my life have I had hair past my shoulders. I remember once in life it was barely touching my shoulders in the back. So I finished flat ironing my hair off camera. I'm trying to show you guys that the crown is quite a bit shorter than the surrounding hair. I really hope to boost growth with the new formula this year, the new 7% minoxidil. So I'm still waiting for the online notification that it's being done getting compounded in the pharmacy, and that they have shipped it to me. It's about $45 for a month's supply. So that's not too bad. It's something that I can make work in my budget. I've gone ahead to grab my electric hot comb to really try to get closer to the roots a little bit, very carefully, while trying not to cause breakage while raking that through my hair. I just want to make sure I got all the edges as well as I possibly could and get that crown. So here I go now, wetting my hair for the first time since the keratin treatment, and looking to see how much shrinkage I get after I put the keratin treatment in my hair. And as you can see, it's really transformed my hair. It's a lot straighter. There's still, some bushiness, some frizz, some volume, which is good because I don't want my hair to be completely flat to my head. But you can definitely see that my hair has transformed. And I'm happy with it. I can get the pick through everything effortlessly. There's not even any detangle time now. It's detangled. And maybe it had 2% tanglage. So it was nothing after that treatment to get everything straightened out. So now it's time to blow dry. And as I said earlier, the blow dry went so much faster now that the keratin treatment has been put into my hair. And so I think it took me 4 minutes to blow dry my whole head. And for the most part, I'm really pleased with the growth that I've experienced in the last year. It is the 1 year anniversary, February, was of me shaving my head, February 2025. And it's grown a lot. If I can just get those temples, the nape, and the crown to catch up, to do what they should and grow. But I'm really happy with these results. You can see my sparse crown right there. I'm hoping that this coming year with the new formula, the new minoxidil formula, is the breakthrough. I've also been derma stamping. I try to derma stamp once or twice a week. I think I'll make my staple derma stamping be once a week. I've slowed down the video so you can see my crown area. You can still see through to the scalp. Hopefully in the next few months you won't be able to see through to the scalp anymore. I'm using just a really light oil on my hair, just a tiny bit. And I've gotten a new product for my hair by a company called The Ordinary. I'm using their hair care line, the multi-peptide serum for hair density. I've got this the same day that I got my keratin treatment, and I've started to put it in my crown area, my hairline. I'm also massaging it into the nape area where I've had some issues for many years with a struggle to get length in the nape. So I'm hoping that between the new minoxidil formula and the ordinary multi-peptide serum for hair density, that I will see some improvement. I really want to see my temple area, my hairline area thicken up, as well as my nape, of course, and anything I can do to help that crown, I will do. Now you'll probably notice some orange streaks in my hair. And I knew beforehand that the keratin treatment tends to lighten up hair, which is why I didn't do any coloring to cover the gray before I did the treatment. But you can see after I had a scarf on my head for about 20 minutes, it's smooth and shiny. I do want to get rid of those orange streaks, which I was set to do the next day, but then I was reading to make sure that that was wise, and I need to give the keratin treatment 2 to 3 weeks to really settle in before I color my hair again. So yeah, it does tend to lighten up any color you've had on your hair. So those orange brassy streaks are going to have to go eventually, of course. I'll just color my hair back to black in a few weeks. Right now, you see me the next day. Instead of coloring my hair, I decided to add some additional moisture. So I sprayed my hair with water first, and then I put my Maui vanilla bean moisturizing hair butter in my hair. And I'm getting ready for another protective style. And just because my hair is straight now doesn't mean that I'm going to start flat ironing it constantly, curling it, or wearing it out. I want to be able to detangle it easier between protective styles. So that's the agenda this year. Continue to do protective styling. I found some new formulas to help boost growth, and I'm going to keep my number one principle to be basically leave my hair alone. So I'll probably wear this style that I'm creating here for the rest of March. So I'm going to braid my hair away for 1 more month, keep it moisturized, start using the new 7% minoxidil without propylene glycol, and I will continue to use the ordinary hair serum and see where I am at the end of March. The keratin treatment will also lighten your natural hair color a bit. So it can be a kind of unpredictable on what it's going to do to your hair color. I didn't expect orange highlights where I had covered the gray with black dye. So just be aware of that. You might want to use some kind of a rinse or a semi-permanent color to refresh your color after you do a keratin treatment, because it will lighten up most hair colors, whether they're natural or whether it's a dye base. And you do need to wait 3 to 4 weeks before you color your hair so that the keratin treatment has a chance to fully settle into your hair, so keep that in mind. I'm lucky I can get away with it because I wear wigs all the time. Wigs are my go-to these days while I baby my hair and protect it and keep it tucked away. I just usually use lace front wigs, but I don't use glue or any of that. I just put them on, take them off, and I don't want to compromise my hairline. I'm a busy homeschooling mom, and I don't have the time to glue a wig to my head. I've found that they look pretty natural. I've colored the lace with makeup and cut the lace close so it blends into my skin pretty well. And then you could also just use a wig with bangs if you're concerned about the hairline and you don't want to use glue. So my new cornrow style is in. I'm just going to try to maintain this for the next 4 weeks. I already have an issue with the slippery, slick, straight crown where it's much shorter there and it was trying to come undone. So I changed the pattern just slightly on the top of my head and did a crown piece, one more crown piece going across the top of my head. Hopefully it will last without me having to redo it too much. I'll probably shampoo my hair 2 weeks in with my Nizoral shampoo to help stop itching. And I might go back to my Zyrtec also to calm any itching if I have a problem with that, if I have a flare-up. I've noticed a little more itchiness. Now the smell of that keratin treatment was very mild. I didn't smell much of anything while I did it. I did have fans going in my bathroom, but I didn't really need them. This is formaldehyde free. That's a big, big reason why I picked this formula. It's formaldehyde free. It's a couple days later and I did change that pattern going through the crown of my hair. I've braided it across to the side as it wouldn't stay back in those cornrows. It's slippery, straight, and short, so it slipped right out. I'm using my Jamaican black castor oil water because my hair kind of looks dry like a coconut. So I actually forgot I had this. This is a good way to hydrate your hair. A combination of water with the castor oil mixed right in from Just As I Am. So I'm spraying my dry hair liberally, making sure to put the moisture back in my hair. And I'll probably be doing this every couple of days in some way or another, adding moisture to my hair and sealing it in with a leave-in conditioner and probably a light oil just on the hair, trying to keep the oil off my scalp. Because as I've said in previous videos, oiling my scalp only causes yeast and fungus and bacteria to grow, which the ketoconazole shampoo, the Nizoral shampoo, helps to combat that and keep my scalp clear, keep the yeast at bay, keep the itchiness down. I don't want to feed and encourage yeast by oiling my scalp, especially with alopecia. I have enough problems with inflammation and everything else going on. So for the next month, I'm just gonna keep my hair under wraps again, leave it alone, let it rest, baby it, moisturize it, take care of it, keep it hydrated, keep it moisturized, use my new minoxidil formula, and use my ordinary growth serum hair peptides. The peptides are odorless. They're very liquid, like water, so it goes directly to my scalp, and I really like that about the ordinary peptides hair serum thickening formula. I'm now using a leave-in conditioner with castor oil in it. My mother-in-law bought this for me, so I don't know where she got it, but that was so thoughtful of her, and I really like it because it's got a very light, creamy formula, and it helps to further lock in the moisture that my hair so desperately needs. My hair tends to dry out very fast, so I really have to keep on top of keeping it hydrated. I will probably be at least spraying it with water daily and just continuing to use light leave-in conditioner sprays. So that's it for now, guys. It's been a year-long journey to get to this point after the big chop last year, and we'll see what 2026 holds. I'm planning to move to Georgia in June, and I hope that my hair care products don't blow up once I move there, surrounded by all those beauty supply stores, because as you know, I'm a hairstylist for the last 23 years. Not only do black women have a lot of hair products, but a black woman who's also a hairstylist, it gets crazy, the stash that I have. So once I move to Georgia, I'll be struggling to control myself when it comes to availing myself of new products. I'm learning that keeping it simple, keeping a consistent, regular regimen is the best way to go. So with that being said, I wish you guys all the best on your hair growth journey. I hope some of these tips can help you guys who are struggling with alopecia, especially Ccca. Happy growing, and I'll see you guys next time. We've reached 500 subscribers. Let me not forget to say that much. Thank you so much, everyone who subscribed. Please like and comment and subscribe if you've gained anything from this video. Please share the video with friends that you may have or family that are struggling with hair loss. Together we can do it. Let's beat Ccca together. Don't give up. Don't give up, guys. We've got this. I keep doing the research, and I'm hoping to get my trichology license in the next year or two. Together we can do this. Keep researching, keep sharing. We got this.